Amber and Cedric's marriage began to fall apart after she received a phone call from another woman claiming that she was having sex with Cedric. However, Cedric denies cheating on Amber and has since turned the tables on her. Cedric not only believes she is messing around with other men, but that she has a lover who sneaks into the house and leaves his initials written in different areas of their home. Take a look.
It's every single day he's accusing me of cheating. Whether I'm looking somewhere, I'm looking to signal to somebody, or he thinks I'm whispering to somebody. And I'm like, who am I whispering to? There's nobody in the room but me and you. Yeah. And my phone's off. So who am I whispering to?
Are you sneaking men into your home?
No, not at all.
And who's this guy that Cedric thinks that you're having an affair with?
I don't even know the guy.
Oh, you don't even know the guy?
He knows him. He's an acquaintance of him. I've never spoken to him.
And Cedric thinks you're having sex with the guy.
I've never spoken to him, never met him before. I've seen him talking to my husband, but because
You've never talked to him?
I've never talked to him.
But now, he thinks that you're cheating all the time. You get a text message from a woman saying, hey, I'm sleeping with Cedric. Mm-hmm. And what did you think when you read that?
What would anyone think? I was furious. I mean...
So you believed it?
Yeah.
And when you confronted him with the text, what did he say?
He said that the person was lying. They're just trying to come between us.
And you want to stay in this marriage?
I do. I want more than anything to work it out. I don't want to be someone that just quits. I want to give everything I can.
Well, but I'd say 17 years is not like somebody just quit.
Right.
But after 17 years, if they don't trust you, what the hell did you build? Let's meet your husband, Cedric.
How can you really say that, though?
Say what?
That it's every day and that it's me? It's more or less you.
Do you think that she actually sleeps with other men?
I ain't gonna say it's men.
You think it's one man?
But I know it's at least one man.
Why do you think it's one man?
Because of all the little doodling she doing, she try to throw it away.
Ain't
She write
nothing.
stuff. She'll write little stuff, and then when I say something about it, she'll say,
what stuff is she writing?
She like initials and love you forever and stuff like that.
Somebody else, another man's initials.
Yeah,
so the guy's not coming in your
there.
house and leaving initials.
I tell you the truth, I don't even know.
Do you cheat on her?
I've never cheated on her.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had opportunity, but I didn't because I want to be with her.
You're talking about initials and craziness, and when you're telling a story that you think that your wife's cheating on you because of initials, it sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
I'm
it
gonna
does.
tell you why.
It doesn't sound crazy to you.
All right. I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Tell me something that convinces me that your wife is cheating on you.
All right, it ain't no initials supposed to be wrote anywhere, right? Okay, but when I pull out my phone, because she'll say, where at? I don't see anything. I pull out my phone and turn on my camera. She'll say,
no,
now she sees it.
No, that was one time he was talking about something on his shirt, and I said, okay, I see something on your shirt, but that's not initials. It looks like a stain.
What about my sweatshirt, my hoodie that I was gonna put on? And I say, what is this all over my shirt? And it's got like a 1 or something on it, and that's written on it. And I say, what is this on my shirt? Because it's hanging up in the closet on the hanger. She says, oh, it's just baby oil. How you know that? You must have put it on there.
No.
What about the woman that texted her and said, I'm sleeping with Cedric?
Now that's crazy. You know, I'm gonna tell you why.
Why is that crazy?
How is it
because
crazy?
she's never even talked to the person on the phone, only through text. And so
but it's not her fault that she gets a message from another woman saying the woman's sleeping with you.
Right. And this woman got supposed to have a baby by me and all of this, and she gets off of work and talking about, come back to the house. And I go back, I get a big cup of Dr. Pepper dashed in my face, psh, and
Dr. Pepper stinks.
And hit all in my back and stuff. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And she was like, this girl say she pregnant by you.
Did you throw Dr. Pepper at him?
Yeah, I did.
Like, I can't imagine being in a marriage where my wife is throwing drinks at me. Who throws drinks on their husband? Hello?
I'm not the one throwing drinks. I threw one drink on him.
One Dr. Pepper.
I threw one drink on him. One drink. So because he's the one throwing drinks.
He throws drinks on you?
Yes.
What does he throw on you?
He throws water out while I'm trying to sleep.
While you're sleeping?
Yes.
He comes in and throws water in your face?
Really, Amber?
Like a glass or a bucket? What does he throw?
Just like a small glass.
A small glass of water.
Yeah, and she wake up like, ugh.
Well, yeah. Who would? Who
Because
wouldn't?
I don't do
Oh,
that.
you don't do it?
No. I ain't gonna lie, I have dashed a little wet on her. But that's because,
You just said. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of being called a liar.
While in a relationship with Cedric, have you had sexual intercourse with any other men besides Cedric? You answered no. While in a relationship with Cedric, have you had any physical sexual contact or activities with any other men besides Cedric? You answered no. Results came back the same, and it came back that Amber told the truth.
Like I said, from day one. Day one. I ain't done a damn thing wrong. Nothing.
All right, Cedric took a lie detector test. Do you think he's going to pass?
No.
No. While in a relationship with Amber, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman besides Amber? He answered no. While in a relationship with Amber, have you had any physical sexual contact or activities with any other woman besides Amber? He answered no. His results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Cedric did not tell the truth.
Done.
Come on, don't walk away. You gotta.
I'm done. How many?
ain't no how,
How
many.
many?
Ain't no how many.
How many?
How
At
many
least
what?
tell me that. At least give me the
The
truth.
audience
How
really
many?
wants you to come out here. Wait, where are you going now?
I'm done. I'm just take off. Cause she ain't gonna believe me, and I know I haven't did anything.
Okay, you stated that you admitted there was 5 women.
I never admitted no 5 women.
You stated that you also admitted the most recent time was 6 months ago at a friend's house.
I said that I had sex with a girl that 6 months ago at a friend's house.
Yeah.
That wasn't the question. That ain't what he asked me.
Well, what did you say?
He said, have you ever had any kind of sexual contact, like kissing or like somebody?
And what did you say to him?
I said, yeah, because it's been women have, came at me. But
And was that
other than
6 months ago?
I don't exactly know. I just gave him a roundabout
All
time.
right, I mean, stop your The one reason why he probably hammered away at you for all this time was because he felt guilty of what he did. Transference of guilt, that's what they call it. You're doing something that you feel so bad about that you accuse your partner of what you're feeling guilty about. And that's what he's been doing. You know the truth. He's put you through hell. What do you do?
I just let you be. I just let you go and be happy.
Hey, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. You do it. You go ahead and do that, and you believe everything that he say, because that dude back there that took the test.
Okay,
he
wait a
told me
second,
he
wait a
told me
second. Wait,
something
stop
different.
right there.
What?
You're not here because we begged you to come here. You came here because you wanted to come here.
I came here because
you
you
had
wanted me
problems
to.
before you ever stepped foot in my studio.
And guess what? And you know what, Steve? You're right. We did. But guess what?
Don't blame us.
So if
Okay.
that's what it is, then
Okay.
let it be.
Do you believe the test?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, he walked off. I mean, there's the commitment he has to you. I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm exposed, I'm gonna run. But you know what? Here, I say it all the time. If you allow yourself to be treated that way, it will continue to happen. You took the test, you passed with flying colors. Do you think somehow we got his test wrong?
No.
Hey, Amber. Come here.
You can come here. You can come here. I passed. I've been telling you the truth. I've done nothing wrong.
You have done things wrong.
I have done
you
nothing.
haven't?
What have I done wrong? I passed with flying colors.
And then you came out here and you laugh about it and act like it's all funny and giggly. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. But this is entertainment for you right here. So you believe it and let them broadcast it out and put that I'm the bad guy. It's whatever it is. I wouldn't have been with you for all this time if I didn't care about you, didn't want to be with you, and I was messing with all these girls. But you let them choose for you. Thank you.
Decision time.
Go this way.
Brooklyn has had enough. She says her husband, Josh, has been denying the paternity of their 3 children for years because he believes she has been sleeping with other men. It has gotten so bad that Josh has shown pictures of other men to their kids and told them, that's your real father. But Brooklyn says once she proves that she's been faithful and that he's the father of all 3 of her kids, his accusations better stop or their marriage is over. Take a look.
We've been married for 9 years. You know, we were together 3 months before we got married.
3 months?
3 months, yes.
Why'd you rush into it so quick?
Honestly, because I thought he was the right one. You know, I really did. The way when we first got together, he treated me amazing.
For 3 months.
Yeah. Till we got married, and then it just, I don't know, it's like a flip switch.
So now you have 3 kids, and he thinks that they're not his.
Yeah.
He thinks you're doing a whole lot of cheating.
He thinks that I'm a whore. He calls me a lover. Sorry. He calls me.
Wait a second. He calls you lover?
He calls me a lover, Steve.
What? Why? Okay. Why do you put up with that?
Why do I put up with that? Because I know the man that he could be. I see the
You
potential.
know the man he could be.
Yeah, I see the potential in him.
Does he say this in front of your kids?
He does. And that's what hurts me the most is that he does say this in front of my kids. He acts like this in front of my kids, and you know they deserve better, and so do I.
Does he cheat on you?
He says he's never cheated on me, but then right before we come to the show, he did admit that when we first got together that he did cheat on me, but he says, quote, we were never really together.
Does he really show pictures of other men
Yes.
to your kids
He
and
says
say,
it.
that's your dad?
Yes.
Why do you think this happens?
Why do I think this
Why do you
happens?
think this is going on in your marriage?
Because I put up with it.
Well, that's one reason, but what do you think
Drugs.
the cause? Yeah, drugs. I was
Drugs.
going to say. It screams meth.
Yes. And see, that's the thing, though. I don't...
Do you know your husband takes meth?
No, that's the thing. He does it behind my back. He sneaks and he does it.
Well, but you know he does it.
When he does it, when I notice that he's high, yes, I know. I've gone from going door
You
to
mean
door.
just looking at him, you can't tell?
No, not at first. I mean, honestly, no.
He's terrible for you.
He has potential. And my kids,
What?
Steve.
Well, hold on. Okay. Potential after 9 years? Like,
Yeah.
after 9 years of marriage, you're waiting for potential?
Well, the whole 9 years, it hasn't been horrible. It's only when he goes and he does the
Which
stupid
is
drugs.
every day. And you want this marriage to work.
If he can show me that he can change and treat me the way he was going, that I deserve to be treated,
I mean,
then
I'm trying
yes.
not to. I guess I'm being mean by laughing. But, you know, I'm a realist, too.
I believe everyone deserves a second chance, Steve. And that's,
How many chances have you given him?
This would be the second chance.
Second?
I left him the first time, and this is the second.
Every time he says, every time he does to your kids, every time he comes home after using drugs, that's a chance. And I'm sure it runs into the thousands. All right,
Yeah.
let's meet Josh.
Damn. Hey. All
that's
these
the
people
thing.
wouldn't be telling me all this stuff for nothing, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing, though. You want to sit there and you want to act like everything's okay and all.
But
Sorry.
they wouldn't be telling me this stuff for no reason.
Because they're geekers just like you.
Well,
That's the thing.
why would they say it?
Because they're meth heads.
You think
and
I
because
go
let
up
me
to
tell you something.
Hey, I'm gonna put these cameras out. What? And
Yeah.
you got them going like this through the window.
I don't have no one doing this at the window.
That's what I'm here to find out.
Okay, well, you're
So
going to
that's what
find
it
out.
is.
When you do, I'm done. I done
Okay.
told you.
All right,
You're
all
not
right.
going to treat me like anymore. You're not going to sit there and disrespect me in
Well,
front of my kids
we-
because you know
we
what?
gotta find out.
They love you and they don't
I
deserve
know.
this.
Their father. Even if the one ain't mine, I'm still their father.
Yeah,
They
but you
all got
deny
my
them.
name.
So how you going to say, oh, they're my kids, they're my kids? Oh, yeah, but you deny them.
Look.
You show them pictures of other men.
These people don't tell me this for no reason.
Do you do drugs?
Yeah, I do drugs.
What kind of drugs? What kind of drugs do you
When I
do?
get stressed out.
What kind of drugs do you
You know,
do?
I go 6 months
What
without.
kind of drugs do
I'll
you
go
do?
6 months without doing nothing.
What
then
kind of
all
drugs
of a sudden,
do you do?
I'll do some.
What kind
you know
of
what
drugs
I mean?
do you do?
I do a little bit of meth. About $10 here, $10 there.
And the drug use isn't what's the problem in this marriage, it's her cheating on you?
It's the people that tell me around the neighborhood. All my brothers, they'll tell me.
But nothing you've ever seen with your own eyes?
I've never seen it with my own eyes.
Why do you stay with
but-
her if she's such a whore?
Because I
Exactly.
love her.
Because you
I
love a
love her.
whore,
I love her.
right?
I love her.
You called her a whore, right?
Back in the day, yeah, I
When's
have.
the last time you called her a whore?
Yeah, when's the last time you called me a whore?
Mm.
Or a fat bitch?
About a week ago.
Not even a week ago. Be real.
This is with your 6-year-old daughter. Josh, you are the father of Brooklyn's 6-year-old daughter.
See, I told you that is your kid.
That's right, good job.
Now, kids, you know, they're susceptible to picking up stuff, right? Your kids ever call you the names that he calls you?
Oh, yes.
Your kids call you?
Yes.
What do
My
they?
4-year-old has come in there and said, oh, you're
Nah,
My 4-year-old,
man,
yes.
that's,
you know damn well
That's-
that
I
come
ain't
in
never
there.
heard that, man.
Yes,
I
he
don't wanna
has.
hear man. I ain't never
Yeah.
heard him say that, man. You're tripping.
No.
We gave you a DNA test with your 5-year-old son. And Josh, you are the father of Brooklyn's 5-year-old son.
This is the one that you denied. Now, this baby boy, look at that picture right there. That little boy loves you more than anything.
That's baby blue, boy. That's baby
and
blue.
yet you deny him.
That's baby blue.
Josh, you are the father of Brooklyn's
I told
4-year-old
you,
son.
see, you dumb. No, you don't. No, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? No, you want to sit there and deny my baby, knowing damn well that he's yours. Now look at you looking like a fool in front of all these people. You think it's funny? Look at you laughing. Did you start?
I'm sorry. Woo, damn,
No, you think it's funny to deny him like that?
Damn,
Yeah,
sorry.
he's yours?
I'm sorry.
No, they know sorry to it.
Oh, sorry.
Look at the you put in the head, tell them that you're not their daddy.
I'm sorry, man.
No, out here with that, bro.
I'm sorry.
Brooklyn, you took a lie detector
Yes,
test.
sir, I did.
And you feel like you owe this to him?
Yes, I do.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like I owe this to him, so maybe.
So maybe
and that's
he
the thing,
becomes
though.
a man.
Yes, maybe he'll stop treating me like crap. Maybe he'll stop
yeah,
accusing
those
me.
are some big maybes. Since March of 2023, have you had sexual physical contact with any man other than Josh? You answered no. Since March of 2023, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man than Josh? You answered no. The result came back the same. It came back that Brooklyn Lynn told the truth.
I told you, see, I... No, why you gonna write my girl?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See all that you put me through?
Sorry.
No, this has been years, bro. This is years.
That just lifted a lot up.
9 years you put me through hell.
Thank you.
9 years.
Thank you, love.
I'm nothing but accusing, name calling. Everything you can think of, you done to
I
me.
apologize. That lifted
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
apologize. What's that gonna solve?
That helped a lot.
What's that gonna solve?
That helped a lot. That helped a lot.
I just hit you in your face, bro. I'm not even playing with you.
We asked Josh since March of 2023, have you had sexual physical contact with any woman other than Brooklyn? He answered no. Since March of 2023, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman than Brooklyn? He said no. The results came back the same, and everybody hold off. He told the truth, but his results are qualified due to drug use, which means we can't be for sure that the tests are accurate because the guy's a human
been 2
watching
weeks.
drug dispensary, so
Man, you're
we don't
tripping,
know.
Steve.
Oh, I'm tripping.
You're tripping, man.
Okay, you told the truth, and all the kids are his.
Yes, sir.
But I told the truth, too.
You want to stay married.
Yes, that's the thing. I want to stay married with him, Steve. I want him to show me his potential. You know, I want him to be a good father
After
to my
9
kids.
years, don't you think you waited long enough?
I ain't always been like that 9 years.
You expect things to be different.
I expect him to be different.
You're standing next to a man that does meth and calls you all kind of nasty names and accuses you, and you're defending him. And this is your life.
I'm a verbally
It's
abusive.
disgusting.
That's abuse.
disgusting, ain't it?
I hope everybody in your neighborhood, your town, wherever you're from, it's nowhere by me.
Not
They have to
that's for
deal
sure.
with you. They have to see your scummy ass
You know
coming
it, fool.
home,
You know it,
walking
John.
back.
You know it. You know it.
And I feel bad for the kids because someday they go, yeah, that was my
That was
dad.
my daddy. That was
Yeah.
my daddy.
And they'll be like, what? How bad did I get to roll the dice that meth
They
head
hit
is
7.
my father?
They hit a 7.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll be writing them letters from prison. You get the off my stage.
They hit a 7.
See the guy who's acting just like that right now?
Yeah.
That's your husband.
Yeah, I know.
You're okay with that?
I'm not proud of it.
What about you? You're exposing your kids to that guy.
I
You said you're going to go back to him, right? Okay. Well, your kids are in for a world of hurt. No matter what you say, they're in for a world of hurt because that guy's going to be around them. And with that, I got to kick you off my stage. You get the hell off my stage. 4 years ago, Shay and her family were devastated after her beloved brother George, affectionately known as Squirt, was murdered. Shay found her brother shot to death on his couch, but there was no blood or gun at the scene. The last 2 people to see Squirt alive were his good friend and roommate, Rico, and Rico's girlfriend, Nene. And now, Shay and her family believe that Nene may very well be the killer. Take me back to the day Squirt was killed.
Okay, I was working at McDonald's then. I did a evening night shift job at McDonald's. Rico was driving my car, so I was working. And when I got off of work, he came to pick me up. We went to him and Squirt house, because I had my own place then. So I went over there. We smoked 3 blunts. I got in his bed and I went to sleep. Squirt was not there at the moment.
Squirt wasn't home
He
yet.
was not there. It was just me and Rico. When I woke up, Squirt was on the couch. I thought he was asleep. So I went home into my apartment. I went back over there. I went to go take a shower. My best friend texted me and was like, do you have $5 to get my baby some diapers? I was like, yeah. I went outside, chopped it up with my best friend. One of Squirt's girlfriends or whatever came by and was like, where Uncle at? I said, he upstairs. She went upstairs, lie to you not. She fell down them stairs. Fell down them stairs, every step. And then there was a couple of people that ran up there. And then they ran to Shay's
She
house.
fell down the steps because she discovered he was dead.
Yes, she discovered he was dead. But she didn't say he was dead.
She came tumbling down the
She
steps?
came tumbling down them steps and did not say that he was dead until one of Squirt's friends said he was dead.
And this was Squirt's friend?
Girlfriends, one of his girlfriends.
Okay.
'Cause
And then what happened?
And in the process of that, I'm in shock because after she went upstairs and her Squirt's friends, homeboys or whatnot, went upstairs, were like, he dead, he dead. I'm like, he dead. What you mean he dead? Before I even went upstairs, Shay and them ran from the corner. I'm talking about the whole entire family coming from down the street, running up the stairs. And when I went upstairs, that's when they moved him. And when I went upstairs, he was already on the floor. I guess they moved him. And that's when I seen a bullet hole right here on the top of his head. I ain't see no blood, no splashing, no dots of blood, no nothing. Nothing. I didn't see nothing.
I don't understand why they would think that you did it, though.
Look, I'm just here to clear my name.
But
didn't
do you
it.
have any idea why they think that you did it?
Because I was in the house. I understand where they're coming from.
Just because you were in the house?
Yes, and
But
I understand.
why wouldn't they think Rico did it?
Maybe because Squirt took him in. Maybe because they don't know me.
Yeah.
Maybe because they know Rico.
Do you have any idea what happened to Squirt?
I have no idea.
How old was Squirt?
He's 42.
Oh, so he was a little older, right?
He was a little older.
Yeah. What would you like Shay and her family to know?
I would like Shay and her family to know that I didn't have nothing to do with Squirt's death. Nothing whatsoever. I loved Squirt. I have love for Squirt. I grew on Squirt. Squirt grew on me. We became a family. We became inseparable. He did things for me that no other person would do.
All right, here's Squirt's sister, Shay.
So Nene, you gonna sit here and you gonna say that you wasn't there that morning when my brother, he didn't have a bullet hole here, he had a bullet hole here, and he was turned this way. So when I walked
I never
inside
said I
that
wasn't there.
when I walked inside that house,
I was outside.
I saw
I was
nothing but
outside.
flies. Yes,
I was outside. I never said I was in the
And
house.
when I sent one of my
I was outside now.
when I sent one of my family members over there to ask y'all to tell Squirt, my brother, to send me a cigarette, when you or him, you or Rico wouldn't let nobody go up those
Don't
stairs.
say Nene wouldn't let nobody go up in the Squirts in Rico house. That's not my house.
Oh yeah. They said
You know I had my own place. You knew.
He came.
I had my own place.
Yeah, you had your own place,
Okay.
but you was there.
I was
night.
there. I was there that
All
night.
day that night.
That night, I was asleep, and that morning, I went home. That's what I do. I go home in the morning.
But when I walked up inside that house, I smelled nothing but bleach, pine saw, like someone had done cleaned that scenery up.
It won't no bleach and pine salt on. It won't no bleach on me. I would never do that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. That's why we're here today.
Is it true that the where your brother was found there was no blood or right?
No blood.
So
no.
you know when you get shot in the head, there's blood.
Blood.
First of all, you get shot anywhere. There's a lot of blood usually. Wouldn't that suggest to you that your brother was moved from one scene to another?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't it possible that when she went to sleep, when she was sleeping, that somebody moved the body into the apartment?
It could be possible. Yeah. It could be possible.
And I understand, like, losing your brother to an act of violence. I say it all the time. We want answers, and we want to point fingers, right? It's a natural thing to do to say, that's who did it, because you want justice for losing a family. How would you describe your brother?
He was a loving person. He had his flaws, yes, he did, but he was the sweetest person he had. He would give the world the shirt off his back if he could. He didn't even have to know you. But if you was in a bad situation, he was going to try his best to help you get out that situation.
Any reason you'd think that somebody would want to murder your brother?
No. No.
How's your family deal with that afterwards?
My mama, she's dying day by day in grief. In grief. I can see it all over her face. She's not going to be with us too much longer because I don't think she does sit in her house and she cry. She talk about Squirt all day long, say how much she miss her child because she don't have any answers. No, nothing, no.
So nobody's ever been arrested for this?
It was a guy arrested for it, but they let him go due to lack of evidence.
Has Rico reached out to your family?
Rico never left from around us from day one.
So he's always been around. He's still in the good graces of the family. So it's got to be tremendous pressure on her to feel like people are accusing me of being murdered. If she passes her lie detector test, first of all, would it make things better for you and your family?
Yes, it will.
Yeah. And obviously,
Yes.
you clearing your name would be tremendous relief for yourself.
Yes.
All right, Nene, you came here, took a lie detector test. And we asked you, did you participate in the murder of Squirt? You answered no. Did you have any knowledge about who killed Squirt? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Nene told the truth.
Please. Please, Jay.
I know. I'm so hurt. I'm so
I know. This doesn't make no sense.
Don't run no more.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I feel great. I feel awesome.
It's got to be a tremendous load off there.
I feel awesome.
And I know this still doesn't provide you with answers to who killed your brother, but at least now you have a little more clarity when it comes to Nene. And I hope that eventually you do find out who did that, terrible thing with your brother, killing him. I hope that you get justice someday for your family, but I hope in the meantime, this gives you a little more peace, especially for your mom too. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
This family needs answers. If you or anyone you know has any information about this case, please call the Laurel Police Department at 601-399-4440 or Crime Stoppers at 601-428-STOP. After Jessica left her one-year-old son at home with her ex-boyfriend, the unthinkable happened. The next day, the boy was dead. An autopsy revealed he suffered blunt force trauma and injuries to the torso, which led to a lacerated liver and internal bleeding. And there were also allegations that the boy had been sexually assaulted. When we taped this story, the ex-boyfriend, Keyshawn Gordon, had been arraigned on 2 counts of second-degree murder, first and second-degree manslaughter, and first-degree aggravated sexual abuse. And today, we have new information about this case. But before we get to that, watch this.
I'm never gonna see my baby again. Nobody understands this. He was a cute 1-year-old boy. I had plans. I had a future for him to grow up to be a cute, handsome man. He had daycare the next week. He can't even put his new clothes on that I bought him. I have to look at his picture and videos every day and kiss them. It's not the same. I only had it for a year. Being pregnant, being sick and pregnant, having my baby, carrying him. Nobody understands. I did not have a baby for him not to be here. 2 months ago, I went out to go work. And I came home. When I went to check on my baby, he was laying on the bed, eyes closed, cold, stiff. I started screaming. He didn't make no sound or nothing. I already knew my baby was gone because I hear him. I went into the hospital. They showed me my baby, bruised. The doctor said that he was beaten. He was beaten and sodomized. They asked me who did it. I told them. He was the only one with my kids, watching them. I left my kids with somebody I thought I trusted. They accused me where I was, while I wasn't home to protect him. If I really was out working, if I see any signs, everybody's coming after me. Like, where was the mother? Where was the mother? I was out working. My 5-year-old son was taken by CPS. He was taken from me because he was there when my baby was found. They're trying to say I wasn't out working. My reaction is I was out working. This was 2 months. This is fresh. I'm waking up to a house with no kids. I want people to know that I'm innocent. I didn't do anything to my baby. I wasn't home. I was working.
Jessica, why don't you tell me about what happened the day this all went down?
I had to go to work and I left my babies. Left my babies with somebody I thought I trusted.
How long were you in a relationship with him for?
I met him on Facebook. We had conversations, we talked. He told me about his life, told me about mine. It took me a while for him to be around my kids because, like I said, I watched the show a lot. I see the things that go on here. I never thought I would be on this show at all. I wake up every day. I don't have none of my kids with me. I don't hear my baby. I don't hear no sound. I don't hear nothing. Like, how can somebody take a 1-year-old away? He just started walking, just started eating. I didn't see no signs of no aggressive, nothing. He didn't show anything. Regular man, regular guy.
He never abused you?
No, we had arguments.
Walk us through the night that this happened with your son.
I told this man if he can watch my kids while I go to work for the night. He said yes. He had them, he was gonna watch them, they're good, they're gonna be fed, in bed, everything. I said, okay. I told him I trust him and to let me know if the kids is good. Regular stuff. They ate, they in bed, they good. He said yes. I gave my baby a kiss before I left. And I went to work. I came back the next morning. I was so tired. I didn't think nothing of it because I trusted him. He always watched my kids, take care of them, make sure they're good. I fell asleep. I woke up. I realized it was around like 2. I realized I didn't hear my kids. I didn't hear no sound. I didn't hear my baby. I didn't hear nothing. And I got up to check on my baby. I went in the room and I found my baby on my bed. He was laying unresponsive. I knew he was not breathing. He had a big bruise in his face.
According to an investigation between September 8th and September 9th of this year, 2021, the defendant was allegedly in the home he shared with his girlfriend and was babysitting her son, Legacy Buford, 1 year old, while the child's mother was not home. The defendant allegedly violently squeezed the baby and threw him up in the air and hit him in the face because the child would not stop crying. The Office of Chief Medical Examiner determined the child sustained multiple blunt force trauma injuries to the torso, which led to a lacerated liver and internal bleeding. The defendant also allegedly sexually abused the child with a toothbrush. According to the district attorney, the defendant, Keyshawn Gordon, carried out the monstrous acts against defenseless 1-year-old Legacy Buford. Gordon allegedly inflicted blunt force trauma on the child, leaving him with a lacerated liver, and allegedly sexually abused the defendant. According to the district attorney, the defendant was arraigned on 2 counts of second-degree murder, first and second-degree manslaughter, and first-degree aggravated sexual assault. When I hear that he was basically beaten to death, but on top of that, he sexually assaults him. Did you ever suspect that he was abusing your children before that night?
No. It was a time where I feel like he handled my son the wrong way that I didn't like, and we had an argument.
When you say he handled it, what did he do?
Like, he grabbed him and put him to sit down, but I didn't like how he handled my baby.
We asked you, we broke your test down to 2 different sections: causing the injuries and witnessing the injuries. First part is causing. Did you ever physically harm your 1-year-old son by causing bruising? You answered no. Did you ever physically strike your 1-year-old son to cause any injury to him? You answered no. The results for those 2 questions came back the same, and it came back that you told the truth.
Of course, why would I hurt my baby?
We then went on to question you about witnessing injuries. We asked you, Did you ever observe any signs that your ex-boyfriend had been abusive in any way to your 1-year-old son at any time? And you answered yes. Did you ever witness or observe your ex-boyfriend strike your 1-year-old son, causing injury or bruises? You answered no. Were you working the entire time from the night of September 8th through the morning of September 9th, 2021? You answered yes. The results for those 3 questions came back all the same, and they came back that you told the truth. And please let us know if you get your son back. And I would certainly I would like to know what happens to your ex-boyfriend.
He needs to die. Right in hell, right in jail, it don't matter. You took my baby away. I'm never gonna see him no more. Nobody understands that I have to look at pictures, videos. That's not what I expected to do. I'm not supposed to be here or Steve.
Nobody is.
No. This pain is unbearable. It's never gonna go away.
I know. Why don't we go backstage? Okay? It's over. Okay. Let's go. Jessica suffered as no mother should, but justice has finally been served in this story. Keyshawn Gordon pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter on October 12, 2023. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison and 5 years post-release supervision. The last time Jasmine appeared on my show, she admitted that she fabricated being raped by an ex. But despite this admission, she denied faking a pregnancy. That was until she came face-to-face with me and my lie detector test. Then the truth came out. Watch this.
A couple months ago, I told Phil that I was pregnant with his baby. I was vomiting all the time, couldn't eat anything. I was bloated, and I felt kicking and movement in my stomach. I was hormonal and moody. I would look in the mirror and see how fat I was, and I knew I was pregnant. All the stress caused a miscarriage. I was bleeding, and 3 weeks later, I went to the hospital. They said that there was no sign of a miscarriage, and there was no sign of a pregnancy. When they told me this, I started crying. It's very upsetting. Phil was with me at the ER when they told me. He was upset, but at the same time, he didn't believe me when I said that I was pregnant. It really hurt. The next month, I had missed my menstrual cycle, and I had thought I was pregnant again. I took 10 pregnancy tests right in front of Philip, and they all said negative. I was very vulnerable, and this guy texted me telling me how he couldn't see me with another guy, and I had consensual sex with him, and I regret it. I told Philip that I was raped because I was embarrassed and disappointed in myself. The way Philip found out is he had gone through my phone and seen messages between me and that person. I messed up by telling Philip that I was raped, but I am not lying about being pregnant. I have never faked a pregnancy in my life. I love Philip very much. We've talked about a future together, having kids together. I think he's cheating because he told me that he did. And he's told me in the past he's wanted other people and that I wasn't good enough for him. He says he couldn't remember when he cheated. He doesn't know if we were together or apart. If I fail, I'm really gonna be disappointed because I know I didn't do anything. But when I pass, I'm gonna be grateful that this is gonna end.
Were you excited when she told you you were gonna be a dad?
Yes, I was excited, but I was also nervous, and I didn't know what to do. I don't have any kids with anyone else, and I was looking forward to having a daughter.
This would have been your first child? Mm-hmm. She said she felt kicking in her stomach after less than 2 months of pregnancy.
Yes, she did. She told me about the butterflies, the kick in, the pain underneath her rib cage. She was vomiting.
2 months.
I saw her getting sick all the time. I was there firsthand, but yeah, it was kind of soon.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand nausea, but, you know, kicking at 2 months, I don't think so. Why did you guys go to the ER?
Now, I noticed, I checked in with her one day. She was in the bathroom. She was bleeding. I saw blood, and I asked her for how long it was going on for.
So, which could have been a menstrual cycle?
It was going on for a few weeks, so it was much longer than a typical one, and it was much more than normal.
So you said, hey, was it your idea to go to the emergency room?
I was concerned about her safety. So we're there for about 10 hours. They do an ultrasound on her.
10 hours?
I was going back and forth. I kept on looking at her. She fell asleep for a while. I'm restless. I'm wondering what's going on. I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's having a miscarriage, maybe something. I don't know what it is. So they do an ultrasound of her pelvic region. They do one of her stomach. We wait for a few hours for the results. They come back, they tell me, hey, there's no signs of anything, that they can't tell that she was pregnant at all.
So they basically said there was no baby?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Because if she felt kicking and stuff, there'd be some signs of a baby being in there.
There would. And
little legs.
We did a lot of pregnancy tests together as well. And
yeah, she said she took 10.
It was over 12. It doesn't always pop up.
Why keep taking it?
Just in case there was a false negative.
Yeah, but after 3.
She had issues where we thought she was pregnant more than once.
Was she just a liar?
She was a liar, and that's what caused me.
Are you still with her?
Yes, I am.
Why? So she cheats on you, right? And she lies that she was raped. That's a big one there.
She made me believe that, hey, I was raped, her, that she went through all this abuse, that all these bad things happened to her, that she was a victim.
So she wanted to make it out like she was raped, but she didn't consensually have sex with this person.
She told me over a dozen times in 2 months. She told me time after time, and it came up casually one day. It's like, oh, this happened to you. And I'm like, all right. I'm shocked. I'm like, why don't we go? We'll go to the police station. We'll file a report. Get this dude in trouble.
How did you find out it was a lie?
I had to go through her phone. Her and I have that relationship where we have each other's passwords and that level of trust. And she...
You know what? Me and my wife had that too. Like, she knows my password. I know hers. I never go through her phone.
I felt it in my gut.
Okay.
I had something that told me she's acting weird. She was keeping her phone underneath her pillow. She was moody, the way she was flipping out on me.
So you read through these texts, and it was very consensual.
It was 3 days before she came back to me. And yeah, the dude she told the dude to come over and me. Yeah.
Do you think that she seeks a lot of attention? She's an attention seeker?
Yes, she is. She plays the victim all the time. I'm hoping to find out the truth. I
mean, listen, I'm not trying to break you up, but everything from this point on, oh, honey, I'm pregnant. Really? Like, you don't want that to be the reaction when your wife tells you, you know, like, I can't imagine my wife like, honey, I'm pregnant. Really? Are you me? Everything she tells you, you'd have to look at it like, come on.
It pushed me away further. It did.
So the big question is, did you fake that pregnancy?
No, I didn't.
But you were telling him that you felt little feet, baby feet, stomping you in the ribs.
I felt something move in my stomach is what I said.
But did you feel kicking? Did you say you felt
I
kicking?
did not say that.
What did you say exactly?
I said I felt something move in my stomach, and when I called the hospital...
Could have been a whopper?
What about the butterflies in the feline? What about the butterflies?
When I...
I thought I was having a daughter.
So he's taking it like he's talking to an expert. You're a mother of 3. Something moved. He's taking it like you felt a baby move. And that's what you were implying, right?
That's not what I was
That's
What
what
were you
you were.
implying?
What I told him,
What were you implying?
I was implying that something moved.
You
Like
felt
what?
like you were pregnant. You told me you had morning sickness. You were throwing up every morning.
Exactly, I
You had the
was.
cramp and the pain
So
underneath
you
your
definitely
ribs.
were painting
You had a
it
baby
as you were
stomach.
pregnant. And you told him you were pregnant.
Yeah,
What about looking in the mirror, huh? You were looking in there all the time, looking at your bump.
exactly.
You gained 15 pounds in like 2 weeks, and you're not eating any more than normal.
So in your heart, you truly believed you were pregnant.
Yes.
At no time were you faking it.
No.
So when you go in the hospital, they run a million tests, and they don't find anything. You were like, what?
I was upset about it. Very surprised.
What were you upset about?
I was upset that I wasn't, because I want a future with him. I want to have kids with him. I want to be with him for the rest of my life.
Why'd you lie about being raped?
I was vulnerable. I was disappointed in myself and very embarrassed that I went back to somebody that treated me like crap.
But you do understand, like,
I
to
know
me,
it's
there's like murder, like the worst thing you do, and then probably rape is right below
I know.
murder.
I know.
Think I wouldn't trust you?
I know you don't trust me.
No, you think I wouldn't trust you? You?
Oh, wait.
You couldn't
You're
just
saying
tell
you
me.
know
You
he
couldn't.
doesn't trust you?
Yeah.
Why do you stay with him?
Because I love him.
Yeah, but
And
what, don't you want to be with somebody that trusts you?
no
know,
one's
I-
ever treated me like he does.
He treats you good,
Exactly.
so why lie to him?
I would have understood.
My entire family would lie to me, and it's just something that comes natural,
What does
and
that
I
have
don't
to do
like
with
that
me?
I do it.
What does that have to do with me, though?
I hate that I do it to you.
Her?
Yes. And we asked her, while in a relationship with Philip, have you engaged in any sexual intercourse with any other man? She answered no. While in a relationship with Philip, have you engaged in any physical sexual contact with any other man besides Philip? She answered no. The results of those two questions came back the same, and it came back that Jasmine told the truth.
I told you. I told you. I told you that I didn't.
So she actually
How
started
would I
about
believe
2 hours ago. Tell them the truth.
I told you that I didn't.
Sorry.
Philip took a lie detector test. And he confessed to sexual intercourse with the one woman, oral sex with another, and kissing another in a bar. So he kind of slid down the ladder. Intercourse, oral sex, kissing. But then we went on to test him. While in a relationship with Jasmine, other than the one woman, have you engaged in sexual intercourse with any other woman? He answered no. While in a relationship with Jasmine, other than the 3 women, have you engaged in any physical sexual contact with any other woman? He answered no. The results of those 2 questions came back the same, and it came back that Philip told the truth.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, you know, those 2 people that you thought, those no. No.
It's your classic love story, folks. But this one, this is the main one.
Oh, my.
All right, Jasmine, you took a lie detector test whether you faked the pregnancy. We asked you, while in a relationship with Philip, did you knowingly lie about being pregnant? And you answered yes. While in a relationship with Philip, did you know that you were not pregnant and claim that you were in order to keep Philip around? She answered yes.
Where was all the blood from?
Did you fabricate and lead Philip on
Where'd all the
that
blood
you
come
were
from,
pregnant when you were not to keep him with you?
Yeah.
And she answered yes.
Yeah, you played me. You wanted me to stay around. You thought I wouldn't have stayed around for just you.
You told me that you were going to leave me.
I wanted you.
You told me you were going to leave me if you found out I was pregnant.
What? He was going to leave you if you were pregnant?
Yeah.
So you told him?
I know.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
She's self-sabotaging. I told her I wasn't ready and I didn't want that right now. And
So why did you tell him you were pregnant?
she wanted to.
No, hold on. I want to hear from her. Why did you tell him you were pregnant?
Because at the time I thought I was, and I want a future with him.
No, but you just admitted you knew you weren't pregnant.
She took pregnancy tests.
Stop. She's a big girl. Answer the question. It says here you knew you weren't pregnant, but you told him you were.
The first time I
Why
knew-
did you do that? Oh, you're so you can't even answer now.
She played me.
Okay. Knowing that she's a born liar, her own words, not mine.
She is.
She comes from a family of liars. You're going, if you stay in this relationship, you are going to be with a liar. Do you want to stay in this relationship?
Yes, I do.
How do you stay in it though? How do you make it work?
Be more honest.
Be
Be
more
honest
I
from
could
now
beg
on.
you for honesty.
You say you're not going to lie anymore.
Yes.
She
All
said
right.
that before.
I'm going to ask you to leave the stage. With people today, and people's, I was raped, I didn't rape, it really demeans actual victims that people have a hard time coming forward saying this. But anyways, you don't even have to say anything. You say, you walk out those stairs, she's back there waiting for you, you give her another chance, maybe she becomes a truthful person, or you say, hey man, I'm a young guy, I got my whole life ahead of you, I'm gonna try something different, and you go out that door. Now, you don't have to say anything. Nothing. Jasmine says she's no longer faking anything, and she's back with an update. Let's welcome Jasmine back to the show. Jasmine, when I look back at that, I thought I was pretty funny in that show. But when you watched that, what did you think?
I felt silly and very embarrassed about the whole thing, but I don't regret coming on the show because it helped me realize that lying doesn't get you very far.
Yeah, and it complicates any relationship that you're in.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. When I'm told that when the show originally aired, you didn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I left that relationship in the past and I wanted it to stay there and not be reminded of it.
Oh, so you broke up with him after the show?
Yes.
So my wife was telling me around 1 year ago. Since that time, what's new with you?
I am in a new relationship with a new guy. I am engaged to him. And I am now 6 weeks pregnant.
Now, I have to ask, are you telling me the truth?
Yes, I am.
So when's the big day? There's two big days. When are you getting married?
That we haven't decided on yet.
And when's your due date?
My due date is September 3rd.
Oh, congratulations. Do you know if you're having a little boy or a little girl?
We don't know yet.
You don't know yet. Wait a second, September. Are you sure you're pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's too early to tell, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, you were on the show, and I got to commend you for coming back because, let's face it, it was pretty embarrassing. What you did was wrong, but at least you know it. What would you tell everybody out there watching now?
I would tell everybody that lying doesn't get you very far, but telling the truth does. And being in a toxic relationship, it can change a lot of things, but you can still get out, because I did.
Yeah. Well, Jasmine, it's really good to know that you're in a good spot, you're in a good relationship. We wish you all the luck, and we hope that you have a beautiful, healthy baby. And we just hope that, you continue down this good path, that you got out of that bad habits you had. And it's really nice to see you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Steve.
Take care.
You too.